Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, all their mouths. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit! Jim and Eddie. Talk shit! Jim and Eddie. Talk shit! Jim and Eddie.
Did I already get fired?
Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to the 4th episode of Jim and Eddie Talking Shit. I'm Jim Jeffries. I'm here with my partner in crime, Mr. Eddie Ift. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Jim. Thank you.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. I just found out though that my friend got married this weekend.
Our friend.
Our friend, a good friend of ours both, Mickey D. Terrible name.
Mickey D's
Michael Dwyer.
He's one of these guys that really funny bloke, drunk. Looks like he's borderline Down syndrome.
Yeah. He could absolutely pose for border.
He could be Jason's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason, who we make fun of on the show all the time, who is our. He doesn't have a job.
No, that's wrong. Jason has a job now.
Yeah, I work today.
He worked today.
Did we say you could talk yet?
No, I'll tell you what he said to me outside. We're outside, and he goes, I'm really, because he's fixing boats now. Another thing for his CV, he's fixing boats. And he said, yeah, man, I got up at 9 and I've been working all day. And I'm like, yeah, one day in a year. Oh, yeah, you're a fucking marathon man.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're talking about Mickey.
So Mickey, who looks a lot like Jason, and he's a little slimmer than Jason. Mickey's a comedian out of Australia, lived in the UK with us, worked over in the UK. Really, really funny. Off stage, probably one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my entire life. And he met a girl recently. They're having a baby. They're getting married. He's one of my best friends in the entire world. And I find out this weekend that he got married.
Yeah, you weren't invited because?
Not invited. I have a feeling...
I wasn't invited because I'm associated with you.
I have a feeling that I wasn't invited because I think his wife doesn't like me.
Well, see, this gets us onto a thing. I had my best childhood friend that I, bullied for years and took him everywhere and all that type of stuff. And his name's Colin Barton. If you want to reach me, Colin, if you're listening to us, my heart's still open to you. But he started dating a girl who despised me, and that's the last I ever saw of him.
Yeah.
Because women are cunts. Women will literally destroy a man and take him and separate him from all of his friends.
Yeah, and it's happened to me many times. I don't blame them so much because I've been at weddings where I've been even best man at a wedding where the bride has come up to me during the wedding and said, twice this has happened to me, Eddie, you've ruined my wedding. The first time it happened, I was in Connecticut. The wedding was on the water. I was best man, my buddy Joe Wojak. I'm at his wedding, and we get back from the wedding. We're at the reception, and me and this other guy, forget his name, funny dude, we go take these kayaks that we see down on the beach, and we take them out into the water in our tuxedos, and we start paddling around. And then he said, it wasn't even me, he goes, let's joust. So we start jousting with the oars, and the next thing you know, we both flip over in our tuxedos. His wife comes running down in her wedding gown to the beach and goes, what are you doing? We haven't even taken the pictures. So we have to take...
Were they already married?
They had just gotten married. It was time to take all the wedding photos, though. And I'm soaking wet, and so she was mad at that. And then another friend of mine, I went to his wedding, and before he got married, I pulled him aside to tell him not to marry her. I pull him aside because she was a horrible human being.
You've done that with me with one-night stands in bars. Like that's to another level. You've done it. Don't go home with it, Jim.
Don't. You're gonna get AIDS. So I pull him aside and I said, "Hey, how you feeling?" And he goes, "I'm okay. I'm okay." I go, "You nervous?" And he goes, "No, not really." And I go, I really. You sure about this? And he said, yeah. I said, because, I'm not trying to be funny here, but you can end this right now. And I said, you can get out of this. Just say the word. No one's going to hate you. And he's like, what are you getting at? And I said, I'm just saying, think about this, because she was such a horrible human being. He goes, we got married a week ago. This is just the ceremony. And I go, I was just fucking with you.
Yeah, she's lovely. Enjoy the future.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I've had that twice, and I've lost friends from it.
My brother was married for a month One of my brothers was married from. One of the
Which-
most
which brother?
Scott, the middle one,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
nut job one.
The cop.
No, not the cop. The other one.
Okay.
Yeah, the crazy one. And he was married for 1 month to a bird who was dumb as dog shit, thick as like, but family money, and the it was big, huge wedding. And then he comes back from the honeymoon. They honeymoon around America, and they go back to Australia. And she goes back to work, and she'd been back from work for like a week, and she comes back with a love bite on her neck. It turns out she'd been fucking some guy in the supply closet like for years and years. And then, she fucking took half his shit. They were married for a fucking month.
She took half his stuff.
Oh, she was an evil bitch, that one, man.
I just found out, I was reading about marriage, and marriage originally was started so that it was like men would buy the exclusivity of their wife from the father so
Right.
that they would guarantee the paternity of their child. So they would know that if they had sex with the woman, that the kid was definitely theirs, so they would pay the father for that. And so we went from basically women being prostitutes, where you would buy them from their
Right,
father.
but this has got to be over 2,000 years ago because marriage is in the Bible. So
yeah. But it went from being that originally to now, when you break up, they get half of your stuff. When really what it should be, you sell them back to their father.
My girlfriend said to me, she goes, I'd be happy to have a prenup, and she goes, I'll be happy to have one. The thing is, you've earned all this money and everything, and if we ever broke up or anything, I think that you should get all your stuff, and I wouldn't ask for anything afterwards. The only thing is, we'd have to have a thing in the prenup that if you cheated on me, then I would get half. And I'm like, then why are we even having a prenup? Like
That's gonna be the reason.
the only thing that's gonna happen. Like, it's not gonna be like, I can put up with misery for fucking years.
How did you get half of your brother's stuff if she cheated on you?
Well, I don't know how it is in America, but in Australia, the courts see no guilt. They only decide on what's going to happen. They don't see right and wrong. Yeah, so because if she did something illegal,
they're kind of like Jim.
well, the thing is, do you think you'll ever get married, Eddie?
Part of me, I've always said I'm against marriage, but I almost feel like I have to. 'Cause I want to have kids someday. I feel like kids are like kissing the Blarney Stone.
But this is what
you
I reckon.
have to do it if you're in Ireland. You have to kiss the Blarney Stone. But what you don't know is that after work, the guys that work at the Blarney Stone piss all over it. And I feel like, but you have to do it. And I'm like, I'll have kids, but they're just going to piss all over me. That's what it's going to be.
I think me and you should have kids, knock up some random girls, have the kids, and then we just live together, and they just assume that both of us are gay, and we just carry on as we've always been.
Stop looking at me.
Yeah, I don't. Lindsay, you are not going to be the
Lindsay,
mother of my
you're the
children.
type of person I'd let mother, because you're very organised.
Yeah, she'd be a good mother.
Yeah, you'd be a good mother.
Just be getting to the point of motherhood.
I want the kids to look like me, obviously, and have my sense of humour. But your organisational skills. So my look and personality, and your handwriting's very nice.
Yeah.
You could have your handwriting.
And if we do it, it's going to be artificial insemination.
And also because
I'm
me
going
and-
to have a couple Asian girls jerking me off to get me to come, and then we'll slop it into your pussy.
No. What we'll do is, because me and Eddie, look, I only want to take care of the kid some of the time, right? I don't want a kid full time.
I
So
don't
how
want
about we both father the one kid? Neither of us knows what it is.
if
We
your mom-
both come in a cup and chuck it at Lindsay. I don't know. Is that how you get pregnant? I don't know.
I think that's how you.
No, she's going to have to stand upside down on her hands, spread her legs,
I wonder-
and then we'll just pour it
You
in.
make me sound terrible.
I wonder, Eddie, I wonder if mine and yours cum is actually like oil and water. Like it would actually separate in the cup. Like you'd know which one's which.
I wouldn't even come in the toilet and not flush the toilet. I'd be afraid you'd scoop it out and put it inside
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
You would love to have a little Eddie Ift.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Colin.
Or a
Pierce.
big Jim Jeffries.
Or Jim Jeffries.
It would come if your cums mixed together. This is what you would get.
No,
You see,
no,
No,
that's
no, no,
impossible.
Mild autism.
Jason's
Jason's parents didn't even fuck. It was in a pastry dish. And they put it in an oven.
No, they were cleaning out the dumpster behind the house.
They fed a furry little animal after midnight. Okay, so Jason, I'm going to talk to you about this. When we're out of the house, we've just found out today that you have people over at the house who...
Yeah, you have parties.
You have parties in the
Well, no,
house when
no,
we're not
not at
here.
all.
What was the
You
rule?
have strangers in the house.
What was the rule? What was the rule? When I go out of town, what happens? Who's allowed in the house?
I don't know.
No, what was the rule?
You and Lindsay.
What was the rule, Jason?
Wow.
Answer.
This is
Answer
dead
me.
air.
Answer me.
Well, I guess no one's allowed in the house.
Yes,
You guessed
no
or-
one's allowed in the house.
How many times have we told you this?
Once.
Oh my God.
And then what did you do this weekend?
Watched a movie with a couple friends.
In the house.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Lindsay.
Yeah, and you didn't care that you were breaking the rule.
Well, I forgot. I'm sorry.
You
No,
did you
Lindsay
really
has a
forget, or
house.
Did you know?
Well,
You have a
Well,
house.
Meredith is your friend too.
Right, but does that
Meredith, let's explain who Meredith is. Meredith.
Don't do this. He's sensitive.
No, I'm
when
doing it.
comes to Meredith.
No, I don't mind.
don't do it.
Meredith is a girl that Jason's tried to have sex with for years. And his sister. No, Meredith is the girl that he loves.
No, I don't love her.
No, and she really throws it out there as well to everyone but you. It's quite remarkable.
Yeah, she is pretty slutty with
Yeah,
everyone.
everybody.
I've noticed that,
I've met her
actually.
twice, and I've wanked on her 4 times.
I didn't even mean to. I went to the coffee shop to get a coffee with her today, and she took me in the bathroom and jerked me off.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't fuck her. She was like, well, let me please just jerk you off. And while she was doing it, she was going, Jason doesn't get this. Jason doesn't get this.
That's what she was saying that.
Yeah.
Through one of those little gramophone things that you hold up to your mouth.
Didn't you say she thought I was hot?
Yeah, she liked
She
Colin.
don't know, she liked you, yeah.
She likes everybody.
Yeah.
She likes everybody.
everyone in Jason's world except for Jason.
She will fuck you if you have a job. And that's why Jason hasn't come close. You got to hold it down for a while.
All you have to do is say, I'm friends with Jason, and the next thing you know, she'll go, boop, boop, and swallow your cum.
She does it out of bitterness towards Jason. It's
Yeah,
quite
I don't get
remarkable.
that.
It's quite remarkable.
I get it. It turns her on
Yeah.
to watch you follow her around like a sad little puppy dog.
You do. Well, come on, we're only helping you here.
I'm going to put that picture that that face you're making, I'm going to put that on Match.com. We'll see how many messages you get from that one.
No, now we're being mean again.
Yeah,
We
you're
got to
getting all
stop.
nasty.
Let's talk.
Let's talk about his
The thing is,
tattoo.
he's only fun when he talks back. When he doesn't talk back, it's like beating a child.
Well, but he deserves it for having
like
people in the
it's
house.
fun, but it's unnecessary.
Who was at the house? I want to know.
There's 3 girls here.
Okay. See, that's the thing. Have you noticed? He will drop everything, all responsibility, anything he has to do. Anytime a woman asks him to do anything, he drops everything.
I was told he is allowed to have women at the house if there is a chance that he will.
Was there a chance, Lindsay?
Actually, you said that.
No, I agree
Did
with
I
that.
say that?
No,
Yes.
no, I will stand by him. But that's then one woman. You don't need 3 women back at the house.
Well,
you're not going to go from
he's
not
trying
fuck.
to-
You're not going to go from not fucking anyone to fucking 3 girls at once. You're not going to take that big fucking leap in your life. Do you
You're
think-
not going to go from having sex with 2 women in your entire life to beating that in one night.
Yeah. Do you think Buzz Aldrin was in a wheelchair then walking on the moon? You know, that's a valid point, right?
He just can't
That was the
have
funniest
it.
thing
He
you've
can't
ever
have it.
said.
You like that?
That was
did you?
amazing.
That was off the cuff. It was
I
pretty
really
good.
like that.
It's the friend thing. He invited a girl over, and the girl brought a friend.
Yeah, I didn't expect that other girl to be here.
And then
Meredith-
And then Meredith-
and then the friend stole everything.
Yeah.
No,
I'm-
and then Meredith had all her
I got some-
sewage was backing up in her house.
Really?
Yeah.
From all the cum she's tried to dump.
From all the friends of yours.
Like you flush enough condoms, eventually it's going to back up.
From the massive shit she has to take from guys fucking in the
yeah.
ass. Your friends just plowing her.
Yeah. Was what coming up? Was that your broken dreams?
Does she call her toilet Jason as she just takes big fucking dumps in it?
It wasn't as funny as the broken dream thing, but accurate. You know what you should do? You should come on a toilet seat so when she sits on it,
Yeah.
then you're getting closer and closer to her.
Yeah. Or, you know what you can do? Chloroform. Just rape her.
Oh God.
Or just old school.
You know what? I like to joke with him about rape, but then I look at him and he looks at me like
Capable.
it's kind of like a dog when you tell him to jump a fence that's too high. He's like, should I?
No. When you talk to him about rape, it reminds him of how his parents met.
Oh God.
You've got to be the product of a rape, haven't you?
At least a hate fuck.
A hate fuck. I once fucked a girl,
Probably.
and I love dirty talking. That gets me off faster than penetration, really. If someone's really, their mouth's really dirty, I like that, right? But this one girl said a dirty talk sentence that was so succinct that I knew exactly what she meant. God bless. Her exact sentence was, fuck me like you hate me. I know how to put that into action.
You know what I love is that you get these girls. I have never had a girl say things like that. I don't know how you meet. I do know how. When we were in South Africa, you would do your show. I'd do my show. We'd get off stage, and I would watch the girls come up to you after the show. And I said to you at one point, I go, do you know that every girl that comes up to you is completely dysfunctional if they've seen your show? And you went, yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, I started to believe after I became a comic for a while that 9 out of 10 women take it up the arse because that's what happens when I have sex. Turns out that statistic's way out.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the... And I used to think that all girls had been molested. I thought that every single one of them had been molested.
But it's just basically
just the ones that find my stand-up
it's
funny.
I read a statistic once that only something like 10% of the world are lifelong drinkers. And when I read that, I was like, holy shit, I'm not friends with 90% of the world.
Yeah.
Everyone I know is a lifelong drinker.
Well, not me anymore.
Well, yeah.
Thank you, Lindsay. Yeah, thank you for that point. It's not good radio, your little point you're doing.
That's the Uncle Jim.
That's the Uncle
Why does
Jim.
she point?
He does this thing. It's reassuring. It's a snap and a wink and a
Sort of a, you're all right, kid. I sort of kick my hand around.
yeah, with a hand gesture.
It's like a trademark move.
Yeah, it's one of me moves. That and slapping.
Yeah, and punching girls in the face. I guess.
Why
No, come on,
Why
Lindsay.
is
Come on.
Jason sitting here with his legs crossed, all confident? I
don't
hate
understand this.
when he's confident.
Let's not talk to him for 5 minutes.
All right.
Starting now.
Wait, you know what? Let's say we're never going to talk to him again and see what happens.
I reckon I could go years.
If we did decide, like if we were going to like admonish him and we're going to go, Jason, you're out of our lives. Like tonight, we kick him out and we go, you're going to leave and we're never letting you back into our lives. Do you think he'd be shattered?
Of course he would.
Worse than when his wife left him.
Way worse than when his wife left him. Way more important to him than his wife ever was. Knowing their relationship,
We have sex with him as much as his wife did.
Exactly. He has more chance of bearing a child with us than he did with his wife. Like it was at an all-time low.
And we probably talked to him a lot more than she did.
Now let's get off Jason.
Wait,
for
well,
a
real
while.
quickly, I want to know, is that true? Do you feel closer to us than you did your wife?
At the moment?
No, now. Like in your life.
I don't know. I mean,
Oh my God.
I'd have to think about that.
Every time you open your mouth, it's just there's a yes and a no question.
Yeah, but you
answer.
have to turn it into
But
one of
you
your
have
metaphysical
to, you have
bullshit.
to turn it into something that fucking Yoda would say. Everything's just like, like what? Come on. Just now you're doing your silent laugh.
Oh, I started writing on Facebook some of the Jasonisms, I call them. And
Yes.
they're the things he says to me that I just have to write it. And nobody knows. Hopefully, if they listen to the podcast, they'll start knowing the Jasonisms. But nobody knows right now. So people started getting angry on Facebook as I'd write these down. I would just put Jasonism. Like he said to me the other day. This is one of them. He says these things, but people started getting mad. They'd write like gibberish underneath or what the fuck drugs are you doing? Like, why are you talking like this? And I'm like, and I think if they listen to the show, they'll start understanding the Jasonisms as they are. But he told me one the other day. He just looked at me and went, you know, you're like a broken vase that needs put back together. You're the Humpty Dumpty of comedy. It was 9/11's fault.
Yeah, that's no, but he's right there.
Wait. Then he told me, wait, this was the best one. I loved this one. He goes, stop laughing. You're not allowed to laugh
Yeah,
at
no,
this.
you're laughing at your own jokes. That is funny. He said to me once the other day, just Dad's gonna come home soon. But I thought that was just tragic, really.
Who did he mean about dad?
It was you.
I'm dad?
Yeah.
Oh, you're being a dick. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Oh,
No, he fears you.
Oh, you do fear me? You better fear me. Here's one of them that he said to me. I imagine you're an F-18 cruising into a valley, and in your streamer it says, I'm not pregnant.
When did you say
Wait,
that?
then he said,
What was the context
he
of the
goes,
conversation?
"You are a blog."
You are a blog, yes.
Well, I mean, what it was that same day he had been doing an audition for a like a television show to be the host, and also that I think it was that same weekend he'd gotten the news that he didn't make a girl that he was seeing pregnant. And so I kind of fused the two in like a metaphor, like because there was an F-18 in the
woman?
in the sides of the audition.
Of the
about,
audition?
like this F-18 crashing. This guy barely ejects in time, and it was kind of like that reference to like what he'd been doing in his social life with that girl.
So why am I a blog?
Well, I mean that part of it was that you're an interesting person, and everything that you do would be probably consumable content as far as that's concerned with your your crazy life. Your blog.
Yeah.
Did someone call him retarded? Or-
No,
No.
it's too fun to just let him.
No, you
sweat
just
it
let
out,
him talk it
and he
out.
waits for the slap.
So this is the thing on our first episode. You guys didn't think our first episode was that good, but me and Eddie think it's hysterical. Like that, we thought that was the best one. 'Cause
Well, I'm worried about what you edited out.
Yeah, like you guys said, the first one was really bad, and if people are listening at home, you might actually agree. You might think that because the third episode was stellar. That was good when we had Brian, our friend Brian, on.
Yeah,
And this one's going a bit slow
because
Jason's on, just sucking all the funny out of the room, like just a. Oh, don't give me that look. Horrible.
You have gained 10 pounds this week.
No, I have
You
not.
have to. You
I
have
can see it in your
to.
jowls.
I have not gained weight.
And
this
have
week.
you ever seen him out in the sunlight? He's got gray hair.
Oh yeah, he's got grey hair.
What the fuck?
I once saw him on the beach. I had to keep on pouring water on him so he wouldn't die.
Your gray hair.
Why?
We're gonna get you that Grecian formula. You gotta look younger. I mean, you're already. We're having trouble on Match.com as it is. Wait till they see you with gray hair.
Match.com. Well, you know what me and Eddie were going to do? And I'm going to blow the cover on this because we're not going to do it, are we?
I guess.
Well, the thing is, what we were going to do is because we couldn't find him a date, and we wanted to do that bit where a date came on the show.
Wait. He's looking at me now like he's going to kill me.
All right. Well, this is what we were
What
going
did
to
you
do.
do?
No, we didn't do it, but we were looking up hookers. So we were going to get a prostitute to come over.
And say she met you
Like
on
the movie
Match.com.
True Romance, and act like she liked you and take you off and fuck you so you could be the big dog and walk around and be all happy. But see, the thing is, we were going to go to Backpage where the hookers are like $200 and covered in AIDS. And then we don't like...
No, we both said we'll get him a good one.
We'll get him a good one, but a good one over the night, that's like $3,000 for a real good one.
Yeah,
you know
we're
what I
going
mean?
to get you a good one, though.
Yeah, we're going to get you a good one. But
Because
we didn't...
he said, I said, no, let's get him a shitty one. And Jim stuck up for you and goes, let's not get him AIDS. And I go, well, herpes is okay.
Yeah,
Let's
herpes
just
is
get
all
him
right. You can have
or-
herpes.
You can have that. You are not gonna
Herpes
die.
would give you face and cock character.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You'd look like a pirate.
Yeah. Old scab lip fucking hour.
He already has that.
You already got that? Do you get herpes on your mouth? You got mouth herpes?
No.
Yeah. What's the worst disease you've ever... What's the worst illness you've ever gotten that you like creeped that way?
I had a weird virus once from the jungle down in Florida that made the inside of my mouth like get all blistered, and I had to go on a steroid cycle from it.
Right.
Yeah.
What jungle?
No, if you there's still like some pretty. My uncle lives in like the woods down in Florida.
You were in the jungle
What were you doing in the jungle?
and gave you mouth ulcers?
It was a Christmas vacation. You know?
Oh, yeah. You just fucking turn into Tarzan every
That's what
Christmas.
you do. Yeah, you're the fucking...
You put on your leopard skin bikini and
You're-
swing from the vines.
You're a regular Mowgli, you. Right.
What
so-
were you doing in the jungle? And
No,
why,
he really-
What were you doing with your mouth that you got a virus in your mouth?
That is just like the fever. It just made my.
What fever?
I was hallucinating. It was insane, dude. It was
Was it mushroom? Did you eat mushrooms? and
no.
everything?
It was just something that the doctor told me. He's like, yeah, this is typically something that you would get if you were like walking around in a jungle. You wouldn't get this normally in the United States, but I got it in Florida. It was
Have you ever had an STD?
no.
You can't get that from two girls.
I know, but I would have been like, if he had one, it was so his wife gave it to him,
That'd be
and like he was
hilarious.
going to be like, no, I just slept in a bed with crabs and it came out like that. You never had anything?
No.
No, I've had a couple in my day.
Wait, I want to know more about him in the jungle. What did you do in the jungle when you were there?
No, my uncle just lives out there in the woods. It's where he lives. It's where his
Oh,
house
yeah.
is.
What were you doing when you were in the woods?
Shooting rifles.
I can't talk to him anymore.
I know, he's really boring
He is
tonight.
really boring
It's
tonight.
terrible. Look, they're even telling us.
I know. I was going to mention this before. We're actually shopping around to get sponsors for the show.
Yeah, but they're going to listen to this episode and be like, Jason sucks.
No,
I'm
but
not
we'll
sponsoring it."
just send him one of the good episodes. We'll send him one of the good episodes, and we can maybe get one of the we get the coffee shop that Jason
Yeah,
works
will
at.
your coffee shop sponsor us?
They'd sponsor us.
No.
Why? Because they fired you.
Yes.
How about the place where you fix boats?
Could we get the
That's
boat?
not a place. I just work for a guy.
How about the place where you're a juice associate?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a juice associate.
How about the Jungle Mouth Ulcer Center?
How about
Surely
about
that would get some type of thing.
how about the place where you were almost the county sheriff? Will they sponsor the show?
Yeah. Does your uncle give a lot of people mouth ulcers? In the jungle? Is that his thing?
Is that
Oh, you need more cream to fix that up.
were you really molested and that is how it happened?
Yeah, you were molested by two babysitters, weren't you?
Yes.
You don't like talking about that, do you?
Not really.
They were female babysitters. That's not being molested. That's having a good time.
Yeah.
Because whenever you see those stories where it's like some 14-year-old boy was taken advantage by a school teacher, it never really hits home the same, does it? You're always like, good on him. Hey, get in there, son.
That kid would have been the king of the school. Can you imagine like going to school after you fucked fucked your teacher and you're like, I wouldn't go to school
You'd
anymore.
be complimented to death. You would
I'd be at home calling her, going, "Pick me up right now," and she'd be like, "I can't. I'm teaching class. Pick me up, or I'm telling everybody I fucked you."
Yeah.
You'd be the king of the school.
Yeah. It depends on the teacher, though. You got to have a hot... See, I don't remember... Like, everyone always talks about in films, they always go on about, like, if you have, like, a hot teacher or something and you masturbate about your teacher and all that type of stuff. My mother taught me for 2 of my classes in high school.
Are you serious?
My mother was a school teacher at my school, 300 pounds of misery, and
Hope
she was...
never downloads this.
Yeah, my mother... Like, she can download. She has a $1,000 solitaire machine in the house. Anyway, so she took sex education at my school because she was a casual school teacher, and my sex education teacher got pregnant. Irony, right there.
Yeah.
Right, and she was off for that term, and then I never knew when she was going to appear. My mum would just appear out of the fucking mist, just like a gorilla. Just I'm teaching things, right? So I go into class. She's there, and everyone just sort of looks at me, and there's my mum, and she pulls down a chart that has that, you know, that side-on picture of a cock, where it's like the sack's got like a nut, and there's a little
It's
cord.
always hanging down.
Yeah, it's always hanging down. And then the vagina that just sort of looks like a cow's head. Like it's got that over with the
it
two
looks
little...
like a steer. It looks like a steer.
The 2 little ears at the top.
It looks like what they have on the University of Texas football helmet.
Exactly. So my mum comes in, and she goes, the male and female reproductive organs.
I would have killed myself right there.
I wagged, which is the term in Australia for knocking off. I didn't go to. I skipped class. I skipped that class for the whole term. And my mum never dobbed me in because she knew how embarrassing it was. But for that reason, I never had one bit of sex education in my entire life.
And that's why you've had every STD.
I've never had it properly. So I've always got this theory about, I say this in my routine, about sex education. They're teaching too much, right? What they should do is they should show kids porn from a very young age, right? At least that way the boys will know to come on the girls' faces. Now, the theory is true because when I was young, I never came. If you fuck me now, I'm always going to come on you. That's just how I do it. I'm going to pull out, even if I'm trying to get you pregnant, I'm a creature of habit. I'm still going to do it. But when I was young, I used to keep it in and just hope for the best.
One of my friends was fucking a girl I knew who I didn't really like. She's a comedian. And I don't want to say her name because she's evil, but they were back at my
I bet
place.
you I can guess.
No, you wouldn't know her. She was around New York for a while. She's evil. This girl's fucking evil. And my friend was like fucking her, doing something with her, and but he was about to come, and he pulled out of either her mouth or her pussy or whatever, and he goes, "Where should I come?" And she goes, "On Eddie's laptop."
Really?
Yeah, like in the midst of sex, she could think of something that
That would
evil.
piss
like,
you off.
Yeah, like what a horrible human being. And he goes, no, I can't. And then she goes, do it on his bike. Like my bike was in the corner and my friend's like holding in a load. And she's like, do it on his bike. Do it on his bike. Like, what a
No, that's a fucking bitch, isn't it?
She hated you.
hated me.
Yeah, she wanted to come on his bike. See, I had an idea, and Eddie thinks this is gay because I think we should do stunts on the show. Yeah. And I have an idea
I will be no part of this.
called the Glory Hole Challenge, right? And the Glory Hole Challenge is a brilliant idea.
You and Jason will do this.
I'll do it for the laughs because I'm a funny guy and I'm a bit wacky. But what I want to do is I want to build. I won't do the building. I'll get Jason to do that. Jason can build it. I want you to build like a big long box, sort of 4 foot high, right? Cut into 3 different sections with 3 different little doors so they can't change around when they see it. With glory holes in the front, and we're going to employ 2 female prostitutes.
Do you know what a glory hole is? Okay, Jason.
We're going to employ two female prostitutes and 1 male prostitute, and we're going to shove our cock in there, and you have to last for 30 seconds, and then, you know.
Wait, but you just pick one hole.
You just pick one hole, yeah.
So you've got a choice of all 3 holes.
You got
and you stick
2/3
yourself in
chance.
one hole, and you have a 2/3 chance getting a woman's mouth or their vagina. What is it? It'll be a mouth, right?
It'll be a mouth, yeah.
So 2 of the holes could be. You've got a 2/3.
You got to separate the boxes off so they can't change around. No one can fuck you over.
Yeah.
And shuffle
Yeah,
around.
so you're gonna have a divider between them, and so you go into 1. It's a woman. 1. It's a woman. 1. It's a man, and you've got your choice. And it's 1, and it's done, and you've got to stay there for 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
I think they're already doing this in Japan though. This is already a Japanese game show. It
No,
sounds
it's
like one.
No, it's not a
don't,
Japanese
don't.
game show.
What did
Don't-
we tell you about
don't-
trying to be
yeah,
funny?
Stop! You're funny when you
Fucking hell,
don't try to
just
be funny.
like a-
God,
Funny.
seriously.
You're a funny
put the
sham.
microphone
Wow.
up to your mouth, you.
It's not well. Okay.
No, this is what we do. So you build the box. We get the hookers in. Me and you simultaneously.
Well, you won't go first.
No, simultaneously do it.
So that kills
How about-
my odds.
how
So I don't
about-
have
no,
3 holes to pick from.
No, but it's all random. We all 3 of us go in at once.
No, I am not. I'm not.
God, you're
So
gay.
one
I
of-
don't care. I'm just not doing it. It's you two. Will you do it, Jason?
No,
Why not?
because I don't want to.
It's a free blowjob.
You're gonna get
From a
blow-
guy.
It might
No,
not be a guy.
you're so pessimistic. There is so much more chance it will be from a girl.
Do you find out after though?
Of course, what's the point of not finding out?
It's actually more fun if we never find
If
out.
you never find out, if you live, okay, if you never find out, will you do it?
Nope.
If we never know, no
Nope.
one ever knows.
No.
Because then we can all sit around together going, "You must have sucked the cock." Mine definitely, was a fucking.
No, I'm not doing it. Will you do it?
No.
Why not? If I did it, will you do it? Look how if I do it, he'll do it.
All right, how about this? We get rid of the male prostitute, and one of the things we put Noosa the dog in there. Because if she just saw a bit of meat go through like that,
Yeah, she'd suck your cock.
she'd probably bite it, wouldn't she?
A little bit, little nibble. It might feel good.
That's
I think she'd
weird.
probably lick it. She'd lick it.
It'd be a sniff lick, and then that was it. That would be it.
Okay, so
She wouldn't
would
suck
you-
it. She
would
doesn't
you-
have the lips. She's
so
a
would you
fucking
do it in
dog,
that-
you
would
idiot.
Would you do it in that situation?
I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Why not?
I don't.
You're going to be alone forever.
What if-
You don't take risks in your life. If you don't take risks, nothing going to happen. If you risk nothing,
I love-
Jason,
I love
you
how-
risk everything.
I love how
that is
Jim-
the rule to life.
Jim's threat to Jason at all times is you're gonna die alone. It's always you're gonna be alone for the rest of your life. You always threaten him with that.
Because I know that's his biggest fear.
Wait, okay. So it's 3 prostitutes. One of them weighs 500 pounds.
All right, will you do that if we get one that's really... All right, no, Eddie, will you do it if we get a
Yep,
grotesquely
yep,
fat
yep,
woman?
Yes, I will.
And then we'll all do it simultaneously.
So once the guys out of the equation?
No, the guy's
you're
out of the
okay with it?
equation, but it's going to... No, and an old
Old,
fat.
fat.
Because you can get them, you can find them. These ladies need the work. She'll be the cheapest one. An old fat woman,
Yeah, like disgustingly
disgustingly just fat.
like you,
Just like
Now, come on now.
just like you,
but a woman.
but more manly looking, and a woman.
more facial hair than you.
Yeah,
More testosterone.
You're gonna go for that.
Yeah, if it's a woman.
if it's a woman, and all 3 of us will simultaneously
At the same time.
at the same. But you have to build the box because you build boats.
I don't.
And then you got to dispose. Then you got to dispose of the box afterwards to someone who.
Will you do it?
You want me to build a box?
No. Will you stick your cock
There's
in the
three
hole?
girls. Stick your cock in the hole.
Who else is going to be there?
We're all three of us.
The show. We're doing it for the show.
No.
Why not?
I don't want to put my penis out in front of these people.
It'll
What's
be
wrong with-
flaccid
what's
cock.
wrong with
I don't
your
think any of us is going to have an erection because we're going to be nervous.
What's wrong with your penis?
Nothing.
Be honest.
I'm shy.
Do you take care of your hair?
What do you mean?
Does
by
he take
that?
care of anything?
Do you take care of the hair on your balls and your thing? Do you manscape a
trim
bit?
it.
Do you trim it down?
Sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes?
Well, I mean,
Not just for surgery.
Do your balls look like Hellraiser?
Give us a look at one of your nuts.
no.
All right, I'm going to pull you out one of my nuts.
I don't want to.
All right, Jason.
I don't.
Jason,
no.
I'm getting out.
No.
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 Look at his balls.
Come on.
Look
I
at
don't
his
want to look at
balls.
Jim's balls.
Now,
No.
look at his balls.
Here we
You guys
go.
make me
There's a
look.
big pink nut.
You shave
Okay.
it?
No, it's just I've got a pretty hair-free nut. And look at that. Is that?
Look
is
at
that,
it. Look
is
at
that
it.
what-
Wait, why?
Look at it!
Is that what the?
Look at it!
Is that what the
Look at it!
No.
Is that what the inside of your mouth looked like when you're in the jungle?
Is it away yet?
It is a way, Lindsay. You can. Oh, there's a nut! Oh. But the funny thing is, my nut's really pink, but Eddie's nuts, and don't ask me why I know, but Eddie's nuts are the same colour as the rest of his body.
Yeah.
It's like they've all had exactly the same amount
Do
of
you ever see
sun.
somebody? It's like a girl too, like a guy
My
will have like
cock's
a, like a
very
dark scrotum, like when girls have dark pussy lips, like roast beef.
Oh, I don't like the dark ones.
I don't
No.
get it when it's like they've got the roast beef, like the beef dark curtains, like that their body, like their pussy was tanning and forgot their body.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, my cock's actually the most tan bit of my body. It's the only bit of my body that's never seen the sun.
Jesus. We're gonna end the show soon. We end now. We not only do we start with Jason's song, we end with Jason's songs. Which as much as we make fun of Jason on the show, he has done a good job. The song was very good.
He did do a very good job on the song.
Thank you.
You know what? Just fucking sit
Just-
there. You don't have
yeah.
to talk when
I
we're
appreciate it.
all right. But no, you hold the microphone.
Hold it. Stop putting it back and forth. Hold it.
He's a martyr. He puts it down when he.
Yeah, he gets disappointed. He gets angry.
But anyways, Jason's got a band, and he was supposed to do the song with the band, but apparently he did it solo because the band they didn't show up, or they were having sex with Meredith.
Yeah.
She does want to bang my drummer now. That's great.
I love how you say your drummer.
I think she already banged him.
Yeah, she did. Meredith banged his drummer.
Do you know the name of his
Nuh-uh.
band?
No, she's so. I've been to parties. I was at that party. That drummer was banging Meredith.
At
Yeah.
the party?
When are you gonna get with it? When are you gonna let the whole world?
They were making
stop
out at
and
the
watch?
party, right?
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you
Dude,
watching every second
not every second.
with your binoculars?
No, because I was off with the girl that Jim introduced me to.
Which girl? The girl you fingered from behind?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
The one that never called you back?
The one that never called you back.
This gets edited in.
Yeah.
He just gave the cut sign, like he
Yeah.
has
Yeah,
any
the cut
power.
sign,
That doesn't
don't
go
put that
in.
in.
That doesn't
Do you
go
think-
on.
No,
Yeah,
Oh,
I-
yeah,
give me that
okay.
much liberty.
Okay.
I met
Yeah.
that girl.
Little
I
bit.
met that girl. There's no way she would know how to download something or she,
Any girl
Yeah.
that has ever fooled around with you has no idea even how to open a computer.
Yeah.
Oh, you did a good job with the song.
You did a good song. How did you learn it? When did you start learning how to play guitar?
Senior year of high school.
In your high school.
And you play guitar so well. How do you not get laid?
I really don't know.
No,
But
no,
every
no,
time
no,
there's a
no,
girl
no, no.
around, have you noticed he play? I had a funny story. One time I had these guys from Australia here that were filming me for something, and I had to go upstairs to like get dressed to come down to go film, and Jason's down here with them, and I hear him. I'm in the bathroom, and I hear him talking to them. And he starts talking. He goes, well, Eddie and I are working on a lot of projects, and we're working on this and working on that. And I just yell from upstairs, we don't work together. And he said he was so embarrassed that he goes to them, want to see me play guitar? So he starts playing guitar for him. I come downstairs. Jason's in the middle of the living room on a chair, and all the producers are sitting down, and he's playing guitar for them. And I go, what the fuck happened?
That's
Like,
his go-to.
Yeah.
I used to be musical back in the day.
Well, we wanted, and I've tried so hard to get you to be the singer.
I can't sing
in his
anymore,
band.
but I used to be able to sing.
Oh, he told me the other day. I always, on purpose, leave the door open when I take a shit when he's here.
Yeah.
Just to give him a hard time. Like he walks up the steps and he's like, oh! So I'm sitting on the toilet and he comes up and he goes, Jim can sing. He's like, he really has an ear. He really knows what he's doing.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
He actually called me too.
When was I singing?
I've heard you sing a few times.
When was I singing?
You sing all the time.
Oh,
You're singing all the time.
in
You
his
sing
dreams.
Barry Manilow songs. You sing all kinds of stuff.
What I do is whenever he's feeling down, I get my iPad out. That's right, kids. I got cash. And I get my iPad out and I put on Barry Manilow's Mandy and I write the songs.
Are you trying to get him to kill himself?
And I put Barry Manilow's head in the big screen and then I act like it's Barry singing to him. And
Does he really do
I
this?
sing along to him and I sing in his shoulder. And what do I say? I say, oh, Jason, where you came and you never left. And Eddie thinks you are gay, oh, Jason. And I do that to him and he sits there and he cheers up a little bit. He does, he cheers up. He gets a little bit of a spring in his step. So this is the thing. The other day, Lindsay picked me up from the airport and she came along. This is about musical theatre. I studied musical theatre. I was in a few productions and stuff. But Lindsay came in these really tight jeans. On anybody else, they would have been regular jeans. But on Lindsay, these were really tight jeans. And then she had like a booby top thing.
She always likes to show her boobs.
Yeah, she had this really tight boob tube. I think all she did was just cut two ends off a stocking and shove it over the top of her.
It's basically like she's got a string with pasties on the end.
Yeah, it was.
She likes to show every.
You sound so non-attractive. Every time you describe me.
Yeah, but you.
Yeah,
do
but we
love
want
to
we
show
want to
your boobs.
keep you to ourselves. We only do this out of love, Lindsay.
It's what the Muslims do when they put a burqa on a woman.
Yeah.
Your burqa is the ugliness that we describe.
Yeah, you're my burqa. I don't even know what that means.
Right.
Anyway, burqa. Right, so she came in this slutty outfit in these painted on jeans.
Her burkini.
A bikini. Yeah. And she said, and I said to her, she looks like, I said, you look like the slut out of Grease. And she goes, what do you mean? I go, Olivia Newton-John at the end. You know, when she's all slutted up in that black outfit and she has like the cigarette. And so Lindsay in the street did a little bit of a, you better wake up, dance for me, because I need a man. And she did a little pointing and everything.
And you sang with her.
Well, I didn't sing with her, but it makes me think, because I did Grease when I was in high school. And I've seen Grease the movie, and it's always on every production. It's always on in every city. Grease is on everywhere. It's got to be morally the worst musical for kids to know ever, and kids fucking love it. Because basically the whole premise of the story is, if you're a nerd and no one likes you, what you should do is should conform and act like a bit of a slut, and then everyone will think you're great. And that's the end of the film. So this girl was nice through the entire movie. Everyone liked her. She got along with everyone. It's like, oh, she's a bit boring. So you start smoking, you Australian slut, and dance around in tight outfits and you'll have friends. And then the end is like, everyone likes her. She's friendly now.
But what's the real moral of the story? Olivia Newton-John's husband hated her so much that he's evaporated off the face of
And
the earth.
then they said he was dead, and then
Yeah.
he showed back up.
No, he's hiding. Her husband left her. And I do jokes about this on Australia, and people get mad at me for doing them. Her husband, he just disappeared. They can't find him anywhere. But there are sightings of him, like on boats in Mexico.
Oh, no, he's still alive.
Like this guy basically just didn't want to divorce her. It's kind of what Jason's wife did to him.
He was upset that she never got Grease 2.
Yeah. And he's just gone. And the guy has said, I don't want to divorce her. I don't want to deal with it. I just want to escape her. Like she's that evil that he just.
Did she have kids with that one?
I don't think so.
'Cause she has
I don't
kids
think
from
so.
another marriage. Now the thing with Olivia Newton-John, there's an old school comic in Britain called Chubby Brown, which is an old school blue comic, and his opening line used to go, "Hey, Olivia Newton-John, that poor Olivia Newton-John. She got the breast cancer. They took rid of one of her tits. She's only got one tit now. Only one tit. But it's the one I want." that was his opening gag. And like, that's pretty ballsy. You didn't like that one, Eddie?
No, I liked it. I'm just looking at Jason over here. I think we made him sad again.
Oh, you made
No,
him.
I feel great.
You do? But that's because you're high.
No, I drank a few beers.
You drank beers and you're
Oh,
high.
you know what
But
happened. Hey, we got off talking to him for a while. It was a good
Yeah.
podcast again. Don't go back
yeah,
to
don't
him.
No,
me
but I
involved.
just want
I ruin
to. I just
everything.
want to. I feel like fatherly to him because he calls me father. You're drunk and high, and you've got a big day on the boat tomorrow.
No, tomorrow I'm actually teaching guitar.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I heard
We
Hendrix.
got we got to put that on the
No.
resume.
No.
You're a guitar teacher also.
Yeah, well, tomorrow.
No, that he could do. No, why are we
teach
acting so
guitar tomorrow.
shocked?
Because I asked him to teach me.
Eddie,
Oh,
step
hold
away
on.
from the retard.
Hold on.
Step away. Step away.
All right, I just want to mention this. I asked him, and basically the reason he's on this couch and lives here is because I said to him one day, "Can you teach me guitar? Because I play a little bit, but I'm terrible, and I'd like to learn."
You have no ear.
Yeah.
You have no musical ear inside you
and I
whatsoever. Me and the
admit that.
closer have talked about it.
And you have talked about me not having an ear.
No, I said that
No,
you could
he's-
learn how to sing.
he said you did
enough
have
of
an ear. But
You have
I
enough
said
of
you
an
had
ear
none.
To learn how to sing. You could learn how to
No,
sing.
you talk.
No. He said he had an ear. I disputed it with him. I
Oh,
say you
okay.
have no
Okay.
ear.
No, I think you could learn.
Okay, thank you.
I
Jason.
don't think he
If you
could.
ever talk
Sing me a
badly about
sing
me
us a
ever.
song.
Yeah,
Sing us a song, a piano man. Do I?
yeah. He's
Sing
right.
us a song tonight.
See?
Because we're all in the mood for a melody, and
And you
Jason's a big fat cunt.
Oh,
What is wrong with you? Even I felt sorry for him then. Even I felt sorry. That was
I think
just
we should
mean.
end it on that. Just
No.
Jason's a big fat cunt.
No,
'Cause we do
I
that.
don't want to get to episode 8 where we have to go. Jason passed away in the night, and everything else is just like, yeah, it's all a bit cloudy.
No, you know what? I can see us in court and they're reviewing the first 7 episodes.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you said.
You said that he's going to be alone for the rest of his life. And I'll
then
be
you-
like, but I was right, Your Honor.
And then you said, and then you said he'd be hanging in your bedroom. No, I said he'd be hanging in Jim's bedroom.
Yeah, he surprised us all, choking himself in his own drywall. Because we've
He
mentioned this
didn't choke
before.
himself. He tried to jump through it.
Yeah, he built drywall in our roof. We made him build a roof.
And then we told him he's got to jump through it.
You're going to jump through it for an episode, aren't you? And we're going to videotape
Yeah,
it.
we gotta have a good. crew
And you're going to
for that.
tattoo yourself with our names on it.
I don't know about the tattoo. That's.
And you're going to stick
creepy.
your dick in the glory hole.
Oh my god.
No, we're all going to stick our dick in the glory hole. You got to build a box, though. That's your job.
Next week.
No.
No, not by next week. It'll take him a while to build a box. We'll be a few episodes away.
You gotta get materials and.
Jeez,
All-
that'll be 6
all
episodes.
three of
the
us,
building
all
of the glory
three of
hole
us
box.
will simultaneously put our cocks in the box. There'll be 3 hookers. Me and Eddie will pay for the
Do you know
3.
why he doesn't want to do it? Because he knows that somehow we'd trick him.
No, he also doesn't want to blow his load in the first 10 seconds, which I assume you would do. I assume most of it's fucking McDonald's grease fat shoots out of the thing. It's going to look like that woman's face is going to look like the Mexican
I have a
Gulf.
feeling he hasn't had sex in so long that when he comes, just a puff of smoke comes out.
No. I reckon it's going to be a backlog bit of wad of.
Like a sludge.
Yeah, I reckon.
Like
a
when you
thing.
don't get an oil change for too long.
Like when you see the movie The Blob, it's going to ooze out.
It doesn't shoot, it just drips down the side.
It's that prostitute's head's going to look like Kennedy.
I think that's the end of the show right there.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Well, thanks everybody for being on the show. That was just Jason. He was our only guest.
Where's sorry, we're going to have more guests in the future, but every second
Oh,
show's
we have.
Jason.
I think we've got some good guests. We've got Joe Rogan coming.
Joe
on.
Rogan's coming out.
What?
What are you talking about? You can.
The plug.
Oh, you want me to do the
That's what
plug?
he's gonna
You can
do.
download it on Scripter, the application.
Scripta.
Scripter.
Are you retarded? Have you been
What the
hanging
fuck?
out, Jason, too
It
much?
is Scribbler.
Here it is. You guys, if you want to listen to the show more often, you can download it on Stitcher.com. Or
Scribbler.
it's not Scribbler. It's Stitcher Radio. We're going to be on iTunes. The show's getting very, very popular. We're looking for sponsors right now. Well, we're taking offers, put it that way.
Yeah.
We're very discriminating over who can sponsor this show. So if you're interested, please email us. Jim, you can find on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook. Thanks
I've
for
got
listening.
my actual webpage as well. You can
I have a
watch
web page. Jason has nothing. He has a
it.
Texas
Jason, you can find him
Instrument.
on Match.com
You can find Jason on Match.com. If anything,
in the bargain bin
if
section.
If anything will fuck him, anything, you can find him on on notagoodmatch.com.
Yeah.
But thanks for
His
listening.
webpage, www.chubbylow.com.
Thanks to our producer Slutpants and Colin and our sound guy Machete.
You call him Machete. That's racist. I don't even know why.
But it's been fun. Listen to us every week. We're doing the show every week on Stitcher Radio. Or
Oh, so
Stitcher.
Joe Rogan, who else we got coming in?
Hopefully Danny Trio. I ran into him in the airport and I said, will you come do the podcast? He gave me his phone number. I got a direct number. Godfrey's going to be doing the show. I talked to Judah Friedlander, said he's going to be doing the show. So
I'm trying to get Slash because we both like pinball.
yeah, Slash. That's all you've come up with.
That's a good one.
We asked Reese Darby, but that's another one where the wife's not too
Oh
happy.
yeah,
about
the
it.
Reese's wife. Me and Jason, me and Eddie know Reese very well. Jason doesn't know anyone, but me and Eddie know Reese Darby from Fly the Conchords fame and Yes Man. We've been friends with him for many, many years, and we have a feeling his wife will not let him on a show like
Yeah.
this. I think the term was that show is a career suicide note.
And I talked to Attell this week. He said he'd like to do the show, but he doesn't like that he has to come to us.
Really?
Yeah.
But when he's in LA,
No, but you know what we're gonna do?
I'll drive and get him.
We're gonna send Jason to get him
Yeah.
and annoy Attell the whole way.
Can we dress him up?
Oh yeah.
Well, Jason.
Thrift store tux?
Yeah, thrift store tux.
And we'll get you a limo.
What if he likes me?
He won't like
There's
you.
no chance. Of
He's
him
a very
liking
intelligent man. I've met him.
you. Yeah. It's never gonna happen. So keep listening. You'll hear some of these guests. Thanks for listening to Talking Shit with Jim and Eddie.
Glory Box Challenge.
No.
No, he hasn't agreed to it. He wouldn't even give you his phone number.
Talking shit.